Alright, hey, welcome back. This is Steve Baumgartner. This is my little bonus footage. Before I can do anything, I have to clean it up. So like I said, before I can do any work on this thing, I have to clean up the garage. Now, over the years, I have put in a washer and dryer, a freezer, I have my air compressor. No, it's regular garage junk. And I put insulation on my garage door to make this energy efficient. So because I also put in, this is a Mitsubishi Mr. Slim. It keeps the garage at about a 72 all year long. Right now it's 102 outside, going to be 105, and it'll still be 72 in this garage. And during the winter, I think it gets down, well, it doesn't get too cold here in Texas, but it stays 72. So I'm pretty thrilled with that. All right, this is my second take of this point on. Being the wonderful videotaper that I am, I turned it off when I was talking and turned it on when I wasn't talking. So I had to start all over again from this point. So anyway, there are my bicycles that I should be riding. Up on the top of the roof is my road bike that I got in 2000 in Atlanta, Georgia. And then in 2010, I got my dirt bike, off-road bike. I got the off-road bike because it's too dangerous in Texas to ride on the streets. So I ride in the dirt, off-road. So that worked out really good for me, as I digress. All right, over here is my workbench that I used for my RC cars. I had 8 RC cars of 10 scale and 18 scale. And we had a hobby shop that had an indoor racetrack that got taken out during the reconstruction of the 35 freeway. So I didn't have anywhere to go, so I sold them. Sold about $2,000 worth of RC car stuff for $350. I'm good. So moving on. All right, so here's my workbench, full of stuff. What happened was, my dad passed about 3 years ago. Got a divorce. My mom moved in with me, so this is all stuff that's left over. The garage turned into like a storage facility, like most people. But prior to that, it was all cleaned out. So I am still trying to get all this stuff out of here. These Jacobin, that's the black, dark brown furniture. That is from the 1800s. It's antiques. My goal was to fix it, make it more sturdy, and resell it. But never got down to that point yet. So that stuff has to get out of here and into my car carrier, which I'll show you in just a second. All right, there's my car carrier. I use that for the Model A when I'm doing weddings and birthdays and whatever else they hire me for. I do chauffeur with the Model A. So that comes in really handy. Keeps the car from getting dirty and wet. And you know, when you're towing a Model A or even driving one, you're a magnet for people, and they actually almost hit you or do hit you. All right, so here's the inside of that car carrier. Currently, I have my woodworking materials in here, and I have my table saw at the end, my router table, my joiner planer, and here's a bandsaw, and over here is the chop saw. It's got a lot of stuff in it now because it's sort of just storage. And here's the front end. Now what I'd like to do is I have this box fan going, but still like 100, 200 degrees in here. When you're trying to work, it's just impossible. So I would like to put in a, like a, what do you call those things? An RV or a camper air conditioner in the top of this thing. That would make it so much nicer to be able to work in here during the summer. Winter's not a problem. I don't mind the cold. It's just that heat is just unbearable. So I'm going to work on that as time goes. But this is currently my wood shop. I had to get it out of the garage because the sawdust was clogging up the air conditioning system and getting in the house. So this works out pretty good, and I do handyman work, so I can take this to the location and have a full workshop when I'm doing kitchen stuff or whatever else they have going on. So it comes in pretty handy. And when it's time to move, take the car somewhere, the Model A, everything is on wheels. So it just rolls right out of the back, and I can roll the car right in. Really handy. All right, so that's all I have for the first bonus content for the Patreon folks. So I'll put that out there, and you'll be the first to see it, and I'll probably wait a few weeks or so, and then I'll throw it out there somewhere else. So anyway, you're the lucky ones. So anyway, thanks a lot for coming, appreciate it, and I'll talk to you real soon. I'll probably have another bonus 2 coming out. Talk to you later, bye.